What the heck is RTQL? That might be a question that many of you ask yourselves. In RaceTab, you see on the import screen and some of the export screens, you see this term RTQL. What is that? So let me explain it. First of all, the meat database itself in RaceTab is a SQLite meat database. And that file extension you'll see as RTab. So that's the actual meat database that you work on, that you open. But RTQL is another type of format that we use to kind of move data around from meat to meat. It's an open source, I guess you could say open source. It's a format that you can view in a text editor that is human readable in a way that we make available to any vendors who want to integrate with RaceTab. So if there's an online registration system that wants to be able to easily get the meats from their system into RaceTab, we recommend them use RTQL, because right here from the opening screen that you can create a new meat from the RTQL format. In fact, Athletic.net and Coach O and potentially, I forget, some other ones have actually implemented that as well. So if you have an RTQL file, you can open it and it can actually set up your entire meat, which is very nice to option have. But the other thing is you can apply RTQL to an existing meat. For example, I've got this meat, and let's say I have these athletes or I have a certain configuration of events, and I want to be able to apply that same thing to other meats. Okay, so what I can do is, rather than saving the entire meat, I can export a portion of that meat to an RTQL format and then import that into another meat. So let me show you what I mean by that. So if I go to the RaceTab logo here, and I click export, and I click where do you want to export to, and I say RTQL. Now I can choose what I want to export. So I can do some customization here. I can say that I want to export, just certain things. So I can just export, for example, the athletes, or I can export the entire meat. So let's just export the athletes here, and I'm going to export to a file, and it's going to say, where do you want to save this to? Say example.rtql. Boom. So if I close out of here, I've got this new file here. Let's just view this real quick just so you can see what this would even look like. Say open with Notepad. And you can see it's not pretty, but you could actually view this. And so this is our athletes block here, everything below this. And so you can see, like, here's the last name and first name. So anyway, this is your data, and RaceTab knows how to read this. And so that's what it looks like inside of it. So what we would do now is, let's bring back up RaceTab. I'm going to close this meat, and let's just create a brand new blank meat, okay? And I'm just going to give it a name, set it up, and just finish it off here. It's creating this meat. All right, so we got a brand new meat database, and as such, we have no athletes and no teams. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to import, and I'm going to find that RTQL file. Let's see, what was it called? Example, right? There we go, example.rtql. And now we have all of our athletes that have been imported. Now, I didn't import the teams, which is why teams is blank, so you probably want to export both teams and athletes, but you get the idea. You can import, as you saw, you can say exactly what you want to export. So you can duplicate the athletes, teams, and events. You can just the events. You can do the meat setup itself, anything you want. But that is what RTQL is. It's a very flexible and powerful format. And anybody wants to integrate with RaceTab using RTQL, certainly contact us, and we can kind of give you some of the details of what you need to do.